Thank you so much.
Kadam.
Please connect. Yeah, please connect. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the session, the Hanging session on computer integration course. So we have certain questions in the Google response sheet. So we'll first see those questions, then we'll come to the session here. So in SolidWorks, use here the for application you want to download it and since the video is not clear to watch, can you send me link to download? SolidWorks has this free versions link in their website. We can share you the link in the forum. Sir, I'm finally a student of mechanical engineering. These are the time for me to look at my career. I don't have plans for continued education. Sir, among QAQC, hydraulics, CFD, which course is better to take? See, quality, there are certain courses which are on this quality control and computer quality control. You can take those courses and that might help you in the job. Sir, on ceramic metrics, composites on SCNC tools, any research is still really going on. As industry is using CNC, saying that as cost of CNC higher, we are not ready to purchase. If we all really do research, it is better to go for HSS or coated carbides. Yes, true. Actually, the cost is high, so there's a lot of work already going on here, right? About adaptive control systems, which constraints and optimization kindly provide some session. We'll try to put this session in the next term, but already for this course, the session is already completed. What is scope of 3D printing in future? The sky is the limit. 3D printing might take over the subtractive manufacturing in recent future. Could you please demonstrate how to design a simple part and analyze it along with group GT and D, geometric tolerance, etc. In what process can we manufacture it? See, there's so many softwares I think we can take in the session. SolidWorks, Fusion 360. You can discuss about the tolerance there as well. You can use NC software. So demonstration at this point of time, I think it wouldn't be possible. But in the next run, we might come with some updated videos. Sheet metal fabrication process. Austin, you have to clear your question, please. The course is very useful. Thank you, Mohit. I think there are certain deviations between the syllabus and the course material. Moreover, only 30 lessons are there in the YouTube link. The lessons are being released each week, Mr. Saravanan. So each week you will get the sessions released, and the deviations would be everything would be covered by the end time. Elaborate, Mr. Roth. Elaborate how direct computer control (CMM) is used for measuring high part variety and low part quantity.
How
Is
CNC is used for?
CMM is used for high part variety and low part quality.
Low part quality, no. But still, low part quality, if your geometry is complex, yes, CMM is the best one.
Mm.
See, if you have multiple features in a single part, then we use CMM. And
Mm.
second thing, whenever there is an assembly component, there are several assemblies. Then, with respect to each assembly, you want to take every part dimension, CMM is used.
Yes, in that high part variety also comes into play. So nothing, sir. What is hybrid manufacturing? How it can be done in a single machine? There are certain machines which use 3D printing and post processing also happens. They do some finishing, they do some cutting at there. So that is hybrid manufacturing. There are certain manufacturers like which one is that? 3D systems that provided a hybrid manufacturing. That is also a 3D printer, but they use hybrid manufacturing technology there. No questions, only to listen. Ashok Kumar, Siddharth. In India, this is by Kanan. In India, where can we find out that digital manufacturing industry? Discuss few industry with us. See, my big pioneer industries, all the big pioneer industries are now coming to digital manufacturing, remote manufacturing, cloud technologies. It is all being used nowadays.
Digital in the sense, additive manufacturing itself is digital manufacturing
Yes.
only. You start with a 3D model, from there you generate a 3D model, you take it to the next level of slicing or whatever it is, then you produce it, then you finish it.
Like while sitting here also, we can we can just fire a printing command, and that can be printed in the laboratory that is 2 kilometers away from this. That is also possible. So How is the certification code in SIM useful for employment? This we do not know, ma'am. So when will be the transcript of same course available? See, transcript for first 6 or 7 weeks are already available. Those are sent to NPTEL office. That will be available maybe in a day or two. The next transcript are being worked upon. Dr. Amandeep Singh. Dr. Amandeep Singh. So Govind Lal, you're putting my name. You can please ask question if you like.
Questions.
So what is the scope of computer intelligent fetching and about its importance? I think that is already discussed in the course. It's a big scope because Industry 4.0 is taking over. Everything that is being done, most of the things are being done on computers. So what is hybrid manufacturing? This we have discussed. Hybrid manufacturing is using 3D printing or additive manufacturing and subtractive altogether. So will we have to use any different machine or equipment for? Yes, different machines can be used for hybrid manufacturing. You can develop a hybrid manufacturing cell or single machines are also available. Can we use multicolor 4 to 5 color for obtaining one object in 3D printing? Yes. Do we keep machining, finishing, alloys in 3D printing? Yes. Can we use metal whose melting point is above 507 degrees 3D printing? Yes. Everything is possible. Turning part program. So, Kumar, but you have to be clear with the question. What do you need to know about part program? So next is Akshay Kumar. So I'm doing final year BE engineering in MSc Baroda. I'm testing in SIM field. So I want more learning in research in SIM. I like this course very much. Elaborate demonstration. Please also like to learn practical and actual demonstration. So what was the PG students how to grow as SIM? What is the next that I have to do research work in? I'm in my secondary project in SIM. Hope you will guide me for the next days of learning SIM. So so you can write to us, Akshay. Then we can see what. Give me about the placement based in on this course. Just a sec. About the placement. About placement, we cannot say at this point of time, Nagaraj. So, a name. It will be useful in
In
this
this,
lockdown period. We cannot say that.
what is the question?
The question is, will SIM be useful in this
No.
lockdown period? Actually, I think the prowess that people have gained through a course or the people who have gone through time. So people are using that to develop or quickly produce the things using their ideas. Look, where is Jacob? How okay, well, Mugram. How to remember G and M code? Any shortcuts, sir? This comes with experience only. You don't have to remember actually. So when you practice, you'll definitely let to know. And each time, I think you don't have to memorize and do. You have to refer the handbooks. Jacob, no question. So now we'll come to the live session. The questions in the YouTube. I think there's something here with the camera now. So you can just see these questions. So Ramkumar sir is just taking a few questions. If you have, thank you. You're getting good morning, Deepu. Uh, Please, you can ask the questions, everyone. Satyajit, Neeraj, thank you for being in the session. Is it possible to reduce the network-related issues by SIM technique in modern control system? Network-related issues. Computer
See, for
manufacturing.
computer integrated manufacturing or aided manufacturing, we need good network. We need good network so that this can be used. Okay, good morning, sir. Manoj. Okay, which modern technique nowadays used in sim? See, wherever you use a CNC, for example, in plasma cutting we use CNC, laser we use CNC, EDM we use CNC. See, actually, machining we use CNC. Everywhere we use CNC, Sims comes into existence. Please, please elaborate means of the statement. Many prototype, many prototype for a single product. many prototypes. For example, now government of India in the lockdown period, COVID-19, lot of people are expected to make mechanical ventilators. So it's a single product. But if you see every ventilator, what is getting designed and developed by engineer, have different mechanisms. So I myself worked on developing a mechanical ventilator for COVID-19. We have 6 different prototypes. So many prototypes for a single product you can. Okay. And as I told you several times, in product design there is nothing called a unique product design. Depending upon the requirement, depending upon the comfort you might have. Sushil, good morning, sir. Thank you. What is the latest technology used in Sims? Now it is 4.0 is the latest wireless communication and activating of machines in a remote. How to interface CAD, CAM, Sim? How to interface? How to interface? See, CAD is a separate island, CAM is a separate island. These two islands, if they start talking to each other, it will become Sim.
So you can come up with more questions. So which master's degree branch should I choose after mechanical engineering to study about this subject?
It is computer integrated manufacturing. So you have computer integrated manufacturing or advanced manufacturing, depending upon the university in India, you have different titles.
Why minimum feed rate is only in plunging? Why not in the other?
Question
See,
not clear.
actually, this is I think you're asking about CAM. I think for CAM, I'll get back to you in the forum. Yes, minimum feed rate is there in plunging only because it is plunging is kind of drilling where we can do minimum feed rate. The other are ramp in which two dimensions used. In plunging only single dimension is being used only in Z axis. So I'm also I have to see that why this is there. So this might be one of the reasons because it takes only one direction. So it is the minimum feed rate is very possible. Good morning, sir. I am Dhyan Rajan, which software is best for SIM? See, SIM is a
Look,
very fast thing, very vast thing, as we have told you.
your
So we have to,
looking into your comfort, your
yeah.
capability of understanding, and your style. There are so many softwares. So whatever we have developed and whatever we have demonstrated is one. Okay, that is only for guidelines.
Please convey me where I get transcript of videos. Transcript will be posted very soon. So what are differences among flexible manufacturing systems, computer grade manufacturing, and totally integrated automation? See,
Sims is FMS is part of Sims.
mm,
Totally integrated
is
automation
also part of
is
SIM.
also part of Sims. So FMS part of set is Sims. We have FMS and TIA is subsets.
So can you suggest me any course which is purely on 3D metal printing? Yes, there's certain courses. Even we have one of the courses on rapid manufacturing and NPTEL. You can refer other professors as well. Morning Guru Google. Please tell him. Camera is important. Okay, Angur Bala, sir, can you suggest me any course which is purely on 3D metal printing? Thank you.
See, there are books nowadays available.
Yes.
So I would websites now consolidated books have started coming. I would request you to see if you want some list of books. Maybe after this locking period is over, we will go refer it in our library and send it to you. 3 4 books will be.
Book names will send it to you. So what is the need of today's industry from students considering factor of CAD CAM CAE? The need is already rising, man. The sky is the limit.
Hmm. Because now IoT is talked about. Now world they are talking about economical manufacturing, sustainable manufacturing. So CAD CAM SIMS will be the future. But
And
how do you implement or how do you portray yourself matters?
because of the labor charges at the different countries, that the developed countries like in Europe and US, The CADs is sometimes developed by people in the countries like India. We are doing CAD here and they do manufacturing there. So those things are also happening. Which software is better? See, Gurugar, which we already talked, we have talked about so many software in this session, SolidWorks, then we talked about Fusion 360, we talked about CAM software, we talked about Siemens for plant layout software, so many software we talked about. Which is best? I had been telling there, it depends upon your skill, it depends upon your choice, it depends upon the field where you need to work in. So we're waiting for the questions. One difference between SIM and FMS. This is already we have told. FMS, flexible manufacturing system, is part of SIM. So SIM has different branches or different subsets with it, in which FMS is one of them. Okay. Uh, this is some problem with the camera. We don't know why this video is not appearing. That is one. So I think the audio might help. We shouldn't stop the session between. So can IoT will help for seeing future? Yes, this is what we have already told. IoT is the one thing that is in its incipient stage now. So this is going to rise. Is it necessary to memorize and learn G codes to program as nowadays camp software engineer? No, it is not at all possible. Even before it was I'm not required actually. Even before also, people used to refer the handbooks and then only listen to the software. People only had referred the handbooks and worked on the software. And nowadays, actually, yes, because CAM software can generate the program. Sir, can you let us know an example of gaseous-based rapid prototyping?
Gaseous
See, there
based
is there is no gaseous-based rapid prototyping.
because gas
This was just put as a trick question in the one of the assignments. There is no gaseous-based thing.
because gas cannot use it for making a 3D object.
Mm.
It can be used for 2.5D. All coatings are gaseous based. Okay. 3D printing is very less. If you argue my height is only 100 microns or 20 microns, so can I consider? Then you it is left to you. But it is basically for 2.5D, where Z will be very small.
Khushbu Kumari, good morning, sir. In G code programming, I have doubt in selecting sequence number. So can you please tell me how this happened? Sequence number, I think this was the Power Mill software that we demonstrated. There are also other software that have different strategies to select the sequence number. So in this specific Power Mill, I'll just put a small stepwise things for this in the forum. What is the purpose of using coding system like Octave, mid class and D class? You see a different coding system where the purpose is that the program has to run in a shortest time. So the manufacturing has to run in the shortest time. So that is the only purpose that these things help. So please cover customized G code generation for specific profile. Um, Mr. Joshi,
Yeah, I
this is
also
already
agree with
covered.
the same feedback given. I am Professor Ramkumar from IT.
So already we have covered the sessions and sessions are already recorded. Next, in the next run, we can try to put a specific coding, or we can just put a small note file or a small PDF will generate and share you in the forum.
No, I also agree with the same feedback given by the other expert.
Okay, Pranav. Sir, which is the best method of rapid manufacturing for metallic components? See, we cannot say what is the best method. It depends upon how do we get the material. The material is available in the powdered form. It is available in the filament form. So for the powder form, SLS is this technology. Then for the filament form, FDM is taken. So sometimes this MGFM multi-nozzle injection is also there. That is, the HP is also having printers that use this technology in metal. Application of same system. There are certain applications. So DJ creation, you skip my question, sir. So DJ creation, could you please, I will request you to please post your question again. DJ creations. It didn't did it intentionally. Where's the question?
Repost,
Please repost. Please,
because
thank you.
there are so many questions coming. Maybe our oversight also.
Which software is best for Sim? I think DJ, we already addressed your questions. Which software is best for Sim? What is flexible manufacturing system and totally integrated automation? See, flexible manufacturing system. See, when we talk about automation, totally integrated automation has everything in it. It has the IoT part as well in it. Flexible manufacturing system is just when we have flexible, when we have that cellular system in it, that is the flexible manufacturing system. Then totally integrated is a bigger part in that, in which FMS can be one of the subjects.
Really?
Difference between skirt and raft. Sriram, this is actually a forum question. Uh, Actually, this is there is a question in the assignment as well on this. So we'll discuss about this once the assignment is over because the question has to be catered. There is a difference between big difference between skirt and raft. Skirt and brim are very close, but skirt and raft are a little apart. So there is a big difference. Sir, I mean on G code, is it possible that one can generate a single G code for specific profile like ellipse at G02 for circular? Mm, I think the customization in G codes, I haven't practiced or seen it anywhere, but I don't know whether, Professor Ram, is it
Yeah.
possible to create your own G code, own G
Yeah.
code?
See, you write a MATLAB function for it, and
Okay.
then you do it. For example, many codes what we write. Sometimes we might, for example, you use a laser or a plotter. You draw a straight line. End of the line. Suppose let's assume you have to pull the plotter up and then come to the next line to start, and then again to draw a line. So here what we do is we write a small MATLAB function, and that function what it does is it goes to the end of the line, pulls the pen up, and then it offsets by a distance, and then it comes down and you start doing it. So you can always write a small MATLAB code which can be used for automation or integration with G codes. How do I go, how I go in research field in Sims? How I go next for my full year project, because I am a PG student in production engineering. So you write this what is there in your mind or a small abstract to us, then we will see if we could help you. Is it possible to, Chaudhary, is it possible to rapid prototype a component out of metallic material? Yes, it is possible. Today we have metal 3D printers, and in fact they are not called as rapid prototyping, it is called as rapid manufacturing. The final part is made. Joshi, sir, please cover that topic in course. So can you be a little more specific? What is that topic?
Joshi, Mr. Joshi, G code. Are you
Okay.
correcting G code?
See, Joshi, in one
30
course we
hours.
cannot cover everything, but if you have a query, you please write down the query and send it to me or to ADC. So then we will try to help you, because this is out of the course syllabus. Right? In which type software are used in Sims? Tamil children, as I told you earlier, we have been repeatedly saying, see, almost all the softwares has its own advantage, disadvantage. So whichever is software is comfortable for you, and you could learn it very easily, and you have an understanding of it more. So then you can use it. So that's it. So we can't recommend this will be good for you and this will not be good. So depending upon your understanding and your comfort zone of working. See, there are so many cell phones available in the market. If you were to ask me, please tell me one particular cell phone. So then it becomes difficult. Own G code generation, yes, Joshi, it is possible. You write a macro program and you can get it done. See, if you look at CNC also, we have something called as library functions. What are these library functions? These are all codes or routines written by somebody, which is used, right? So you can write it. For how much time cryogenic treatment should be carried out on copper tool to minimize tool wear rate? Sir, this is too specific a question, Sarath. So we will not be able to answer more in detail. Or I will put it this way: this is out of syllabus question. Okay, sorry about it.
So thank you, Vajit, and thank you from us as well. So if you have one or two questions, we can take them, and other then we have another commitment, and we have to do another meeting. So then we have to stop the session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Chaudhary, Akshay, Mr. Joshi, Shriram, DJ Creations, Austin, and Murli. Thank you so much for coordinating this everything. Kushbu, Neeraj, thank you everyone for being in the session. So hope you are preparing well for the exam. So Austin has one more question. What is the skills do I need to become a CAD designer in a firm? You need to understand the CAD. You need to be very quick in CAD. Any software you use, the design comes from your intelligence that you have to understand. You have to learn the tolerances. You have to learn the manufacturing concerns in that. So I'm interested in SIM. How do I select my dissertation topic of project? This is again out of the course content. Dissertation topic. You can pick any of these one fields. These one micro level or one step enhancement that would help you. You can pick some specific programming. You can pick writing a specific code as a professor Ram suggested. So how do I draw ellipse giving degree with 302 if possible, sir? So this question, specific questions regarding the coding, etc., you can post in the forum. We'll answer you there. So please about Geneva mechanism. Again, Mr. Vignesh, we would request you to please post a question in the forum because we're getting out of time here. So, you professors for this session despite the lockdown NPTEL team. Thank you, professor. Thank you, Murli. Thank you so much. So, we are calling it off. Thank you so much.